Welcome to Investors Insights. The topic today, profits and tariffs, a deeper dive. This is a topic we've been talking about for some time. These two, profits, tariffs. We wanted to look at them closer with you today. And I'm joined by my distinguished colleagues, Bobby Norman and Ty Miller. Guys, great meeting this morning. Really appreciate all your efforts. And our clients continue to ask about markets in terms of appreciation in the markets. How are we looking at valuations? What are the profits of these companies? Can it be justified? Also, tariffs. Are tariffs going to be good for our economy, not good for our economy? Are they valid? So today we're going to talk about that. So Bobby, if it's okay, let's start off with you because of the fact that profit margins are key to stock valuations.
Yeah, so to continue the conversation from last week, when Ty addressed valuation concerns and how the technology sector is now a bigger, much larger part of the S&P 500 compared to history, it also justifies today's higher valuation. But I want to take a look at how strong profit margins are another reason to justify the current valuations of the market. And we know that the high valuations have many investors questioning whether or not the current price levels are sustainable, especially given comparatively stretched valuation metrics and eroding economic data. So for today's video, we want to share a chart that shows current valuations as measured by the index's price to earnings ratio, seen in this chart in the blue line, and through the lens of profitability as measured by profit margins over time, seen in the orange line in the chart there. You can see in this chart, there tends to be a positive correlation between profit margins and PE ratio, or the current valuation of the S&P 500. As we see it, the index's elevated PE ratio and valuation may not be cause for alarm, especially if profit margins continue to support the higher valuations. So currently, the profit margins of the companies that make up this S&P 500 are near all-time highs. This tells us corporate America is healthy and making good money with strong profit margins, which is being reflected in stock prices and dividend payments back to shareholders. So we will continue to watch valuations and are already seeing companies report strong earnings in third quarter earnings season that actually started last week.
Yeah, and Bobby, I want to emphasize, we discussed this at our meeting, that here at Five Pine Partners, we're always looking at the portfolios in relation to our clients' financial blueprints. But in those portfolios, we're looking at the valuation of the positions they're in. And should we ever, see a need to make changes or adjustments, we will move on that as well as, inform our clients about it. But at this point in time, you said it, everything looks healthy, right?
Yeah, profit margin's strong.
Yeah, they're strong. And so, yes, as things go up in value, people get concerned. But that's what we're seeing right now. That could change tomorrow. But at this point in time, we're seeing that. We've also continued to emphasize these topics on our social media, on YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, looking for ways to send out research to our clients. And that's another thing. If you're watching our vlogs, you'll see a constant theme of topics that we're going to mention that we think are important for the year. It's hard to believe in less than 90 days this year will be over, but we've watched all this closely in terms of the profit margins and doing a deeper dive. Ty, you've done a great job on tariffs. That's been a big concern for our clients this year. What's the impact?
So tariffs have been, as you alluded to, a big impact this year and a big talking point. Coming up here in just a few weeks, the Supreme Court is getting set to hear, the verbal arguments that's on November 5th for tariffs or against tariffs. And that'll be kind of the deciding factor of how tariffs are put in place, but not whether or not they are put in place. So I think that's an important differentiator there. I think a lot of people are going to hear a Supreme Court case on tariffs, and are tariffs, going to go through, or are they not going to go through? It's really not what they're discussing. They're discussing how are they going to be implemented. And I'll kind of go through that process. So we've already seen two different courts, the Court of International Trade and the Court of Appeals for the Federal Circuit, here on tariffs and kind of rule against the administration. So the Supreme Court is now going to take it up. Again, on November 5th, we start hearing those arguments, and I would not expect to, find a decision until probably Q1 of next year. But that decision, again, is going to be the way tariffs are in place now. Is that justified or not? Is that outside of the administration's power or not? If they rule that this is outside of the administration's power, they're going to take a couple different steps. So they have a step called Section 122, which is a temporary response. It puts tariffs in place of up to 15% for about 150 days. And then while that is in place, while they're working on it, we would expect them to issue some Section 301 investigations, which would be more permanent in putting stuff in place. And so as you see here in this chart, we compare Section 338, which is another way to implement tariffs that, right now we don't think they'll go, but it is a possibility. And then Section 122 and Section 301 that I alluded to. Keep in mind, I did say Section 122 is kind of a temporary replacement, and the maximum tariff rate is 15%. If you look at this chart, a lot of countries, especially in Asia, have tariff rates that are a lot higher than 15% right now. So that impact would be felt a little bit, according to some kind of back of the napkin math by our research partner here. Tariff, for this kind of time period, 12-month revenue period would decrease from 376 billion to 285 billion. So it would be a little bit of an impact on the amount of tariffs. But again, this is something temporary and a short-term tool that they can utilize while they get something more permanent in place. And then the more permanent option, the Section 301 that I alluded to, doesn't necessarily have a maximum rate. So could expect to see something, back in the realm of where we're at now, or with, what else is left to come. Also important to acknowledge that the court case is not on tariffs that were reciprocal or product specific, like semiconductors or cars. It is more just the overall tariff rate that you can apply to a country. So again, U.S. court case, Supreme Court case coming up. November 5th, we'll start hearing things. Probably no decision till Q1 of next year. But again, it's just about how tariffs will be put in place, not really whether or not they're fair to be put in place.
Yeah, and the markets, they don't like uncertainty. They like definite answers. So we want to make it clear to our clients that profit margins are strong, they look healthy, but these kind of uncertainties like the tariffs, when are they going to affect, when will we have a final decision, those kind of things will be debated throughout the rest of this year into the first of next year. So I see in our future more discussions about tariffs. So, but I thought that was very insightful, and you explained it extremely well, Todd. So thanks for doing that. So folks, hopefully this has given you more insight, our deeper dive into these topics, things that we look at. There's constant topics that we discuss, debate here at Five Plan Partners as we look at our research and as we navigate through the markets. We like to keep you informed and also know that we're coordinating in relation to your financial blueprint. For those viewers watching, please know that we're thrilled that you're tuning in with us. We also appreciate clients forwarding this to family, friends, and colleagues. We've got great response from that. And then last, I just want to emphasize, as I always do, that every day we walk in these doors of Five Plan Partners, we're striving to see to it that our clients have better, richer, fuller lives. Take care, have a great week, and we're going to keep you informed. Thanks.